I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will they be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream today.
The government has failed us. You can't deny that. Anytime you live in the 20th century and you walking around here singing, "We shall overcome," the government has failed. This is part of what's wrong with you. You do too much singing. Today it's time to stop singing and start swinging.
We wake up, we clean up, and we stand up. And once we can stand up like a man on our own feet, we stop begging, and we stop apologizing, we stop compromising. Then the world will look at us with recognition and respect.
What up, YouTube? This is your boy INTGkicks. This video is supposed to be a response for JStar on his most recent video where he talked about the sneaker culture, the sneaker game, haters, evolving, and celebrities. As I was getting ready to make that video, you know, I just started thinking, like, you know what I'm saying, like, what's the point? You know, like, when I first seen him tweet the other day that he has a video in the works that's inspired by me, Jumpman, Bostic, I'm not sure the rest of the names, but when I saw my name, I was thinking, like, you know, I got excited, you know what I'm saying, because I was thinking, like, this shit about to pop off, you know what I'm saying, like, we finally finna get this shit going or whatever. And I go watch this video, you know what I'm saying, I'm watching it. It gets into, he talks about the sneaker culture versus the sneaker game and the differences. And my first reaction is like, okay, you know, I'm still watching, like, okay, I get through that. Then he talks about haters. And I think, like, okay, yeah, haters, you know, we all know about haters. So I'm watching, you know what I'm saying, I'm like, okay, we about to get to it, you know, and then he hits the evolving part. Evolving, okay, damn. This is what we about to, you know what I'm saying, stand up, get the shit cracking, and, you know, stop putting up with the bullshit. He's talking about evolving, how he started off doing this one thing, how he's at this point, and, you know, he wants to keep on going. And I'm like, cool. And then we get to the end of the video, and it's about celebrities. And he asks this question where he, you know, wanted to know what us having a following means to us. You know, like, whether it be 50,000, whether it be 1 subscriber, you know what I'm saying? What does it mean to you? And at the very end, he talks about how he wants to be remembered. Like, he don't want to be remembered like, yo, JStar, that dude, he cool dude, you know, he had a lot of shoes. You know what I'm saying? He'd rather be remembered as, yo, JStar, that nigga's a cool dude, he loved the game, he loved his family, he loved the Lord, blah, blah. And by the way, you know what I'm saying, he had sneakers and shit. You know what I'm saying? I feel him on that. But, you know, I came in here literally just to do a Seagull video. I learned about Seagull and I wanted to, but it was hard. I was watching these videos and it's hard for me to, you know, figure out how to do it. So many videos was just like sketchy and it was hard for me. So I figured once I learn how to do it, that I'll do a video and I'll try to show people how to do it. And that's all I came over here to do. But doing that video, I started watching sneaker videos and I started noticing something like instantly, you know what I'm saying? I seen this problem, and I seen videos from JStar, I seen videos from Jumpman, Bostic, and it was kind of videos where they sit there, they'll ask questions, and then, you know, they wanted people to do video responses, and, you know what I'm saying, it'll keep the conversation going or whatever. And, you know, I'm watching, I'm seeing these topics and stuff they're doing, and I'm thinking to myself, like, why are you talking about rocket stock? Why are we talking about what DS means? This is how I feel about being in the YouTube sneaker community. It's like, say we all in this frat house. We come together at this big ass round table, you know what I'm saying? We sit there and JStar kicks off this conversation. And you know, he said something about the house. Yo, man, the floor is fucking raggedy. And everybody around the table jump in, boss. Yeah, man, it's raggedy. Everybody else around the table, everybody acknowledges the problem. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, man, this house fucked up. And then he starts talking about what kind of floor you think is better, a wood floor or a carpet floor or a marble floor. And you know what I'm saying? We all talking about this. But in the meantime, I'm looking over and I see the fucking couch fall through the floor. There's a problem. But we're sitting here talking about what would be a good floor to have in this house. But in the meantime, the floor is giving out on us as we speak. And then he goes to a conversation, yo, the walls, man, this shit's looking terrible right now. We need to fucking do something. And he go, yeah, man, the wall is terrible. I look at the wall, I go, yeah, man, the wall's fucked up. He goes into, should we paint the walls or should we put wallpaper up and this and that? And we start having this conversation about that. But in the meantime, I'm looking over at the wall and the wall's fucking coming down. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking like, yo, you know, yeah, that's cool and all, but we need to fucking come to a decision and do something quick. Then he goes talking about the ceiling. Yo, man, we got fucking leaks, man. Water's coming in the ceiling and this and that. And everyone, yeah, man, the ceiling fucked up. The roof fucked up. And I look at like, yeah, man, the roof fucked up. You know what I'm saying? There's water coming through and shit. And then he starts talking about, yo, it'd be dope to have a skyline. What kind of roof should we do? How should we refinish it? And everybody, it's this conversation. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck, man? We sitting here having this conversation talking about the roof, the walls, the floor. More soon than later, we won't have a fucking house anymore to fucking conversate about. And then most recently, like in this new video, he's talking about the sneaker culture against the sneaker game. And I see another video of this other guy try to define the difference between the sneaker culture and the sneaker community. I'm just like, yo, y'all keep doing all these videos, trending these stupid topics, and at the end of the day, we have a major problem to fucking address, but we sitting here wasting time talking about shit that don't matter, man. Like the sneaker culture, the sneaker game, the sneaker community, it's all the fucking same shit. Whether you want to call our fraternity house a fucking house, whether you want to call it a fucking condo, whether you want to call it a townhouse, no matter what you want to call it, it's our home. You know what I'm saying? That's where we reside. So we sitting over here, we talking about shit. At the same time, the game is fucking dying, man. It's deteriorating right in front of our eyes. And we sit there and we ignore it, and we sit here and have these conversations, these trending conversations about shit that don't matter. At this point in time, none of that shit matters, man. And I was hoping, like, you know, he say he was inspired by me. And me and JStar, we talk outside of YouTube. We talk about how I did the sneaker game video, Time for Change, and how a lot of people missed the point. You know what I'm saying? They didn't get it or whatever. We going back and forth, you understand me and all that. But do a video saying it's inspired by me. I'm about change. I'm about fucking taking action. I'm not looking for a shout out in the video. You know what I'm saying? So when I watch this video, I kind of just get like discouraged. Like, yo, like, man, here we go again. Like, we really finna waste time. Everybody responding to what does it mean to have followers and stuff. Like, what does it mean? We have a following, right? But what are we doing with it? You know what I'm saying? What are we really accomplishing? Nothing. Or we sitting here having these topics, but what's the goal? What are we trying to get to with that? I know you say that, you know, you want to open people's mind, getting them to think outside the box. That's cool and all, but what about action? And what about coming together, form, and start coming up with things that we can do to fix it and actually put shit in order and set shit into motion? When I was watching your video, the very end is like the only part of the video where it's something at night, and you said something about it's not being about, you know what I'm saying, jumping on camera with your chest out, saying that I'm it, or I'm the one, something like that along those lines. I'm thinking to myself, for some reason that, you know what I'm saying, I feel like you was talking to me. And if you wasn't talking to me intentionally, you still was talking to me. It awoke something in me. And it takes me back to when I first started this journey of, you know, wanting to change the game and start trying to really make a change. And it started when Running Wolf, shouts out to Running Wolf, by the way. When we first had our little spat or whatever, he asked me this series of questions where it really, like, at the time, I didn't really think about it. I didn't really take the time to think what he said. Like, I jumped on camera, I responded to him. And what I said was just like my natural response. I didn't really think or put any thought into the question. And up until I see this thing where he says it ain't about I'm it or I'm the one or whatever, it really made me start thinking about what Wolf said to me back then. I mean, his question was pretty much, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck do you think you are? What gives you the right? Who the fuck anointed you? You know what I'm saying? He asked me these questions, and my response to him in the Who Am I video was, I'm a sneakerhead. You know what I'm saying? This is something I've loved for as long as I can remember. And when I say as long as I can remember, I mean that in every sense of the meaning. And then he goes, you know, what gives you the right? And I'm thinking to myself, if I don't have the right to try to defend this game and make it better, it's something that I love and always have loved, Who the fuck has it? And where the fuck is he? Why in the fuck is he doing anything? And then the last question, the most important question of them all, is who the fuck anointed me? And that question is powerful in a sense, because if you think about it, that's where you find out who's a real leader and who's just a wannabe leader. Now, a person who's in a certain position because he was put there, people was telling like, yo man, you'll be good at doing this, or yo, you seem to be good at that, you know what I'm saying? They start following you and they put you on this pedestal, they put you in this position. And my response to Running Wolf when he asked me that question, who the fuck anointed me, I was like, me. Nobody fucking needed to tell me, yo, you should do this, you should do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing it because I know it's right. And that's what a real leader does. See something wrong, they don't fucking need someone to say, yo, we need to fix that. The real leader is gonna step up and do it. So when JStar saying it's not about saying I'm it or I'm the one, right now that is what it's all about. I'm looking at this game, looking at the people in it, and nobody's doing it. So I have to be the one to do it. I just came in this game a couple of months ago. Y'all been in it for years. You know what I'm saying? And all y'all doing is sitting around talking about shit that don't matter. Like people out here getting robbed, which I don't too much dislike. I seen this article the other day. A lot of motherfuckers who's out there camping super early got robbed in the line, and I feel like they probably deserve it, because most of the people out there doing that shit are only in the line to try to rob somebody else, but it's just not by gunpoint. You try to rob sneakerheads by fucking using their passion against them, by using their love for sneakers against them. And you go in there and buy a shoe and you try to sell it back to them at a fucking stupid price, you robbing them, you know what I'm saying? So if somebody stuck you up in line, you know what I'm saying, took all your money, that's what the fuck you get. Honestly, that's how I feel about it. But you know what I'm saying, it's shit out here happening, real shit out here happening, but yet y'all on camera talking about rock or stop, talking about what DS means, talking about the difference between sneaker culture, sneaker game, sneaker community, when it's all the same shit. It's all in the same shit. That was the point of my video. We all trying to separate some shit, you know what I'm saying, just so we can turn around and say, yo, like I feel like JStar trying to say it's not the sneaker culture, it's the sneaker game that's got the negativity. And the other guy was saying it's not the sneaker community that has niggas, it's sneaker culture. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's stupid. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, whatever y'all want to call this, you know what I'm saying, is a problem. You know what I'm saying? Regardless. So let's talk about how we fix it. I do a video where I offer something. You know, I offer a solution. I offer a way to get the ball rolling. Since JStar want to talk about haters, I want to say the biggest haters of that video you would think would be resellers, hype beasts, and all that. And for the most part, I would say maybe a handful of resellers coming to me like, yo, what the fuck you trying to save people for? You know what I'm saying? Like, quit knocking out hustle and all that type of shit. That's only been a handful of people, but for the most part, what I recognize, the people who hate that video, the ones who sit in front of the camera complaining about the game. JPainte, I can almost slap the fuck out of you, man, because I just watched your recent video where you sit there complaining about how Nike is making it so tough to cop, and how it's like it's really killing your passion and your love for the game, because it's so fucking hard to go to cop a shoe nowadays. And yet I do a video trying to fix it, you agree with the message, but yet you gonna go out of your way to make a video to tear it down over dumb shit? What the fuck is wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you want change or not? Or you just like to sit in front of the camera and complain? Is that what everybody likes to do? Sit in front of the camera and complain and acknowledge there's a problem, but don't offer nothing to fix it. I'm listening to Malcolm X, and the part that stuck out the most in all the speeches that I've listened to him is, it's time to stop singing and start swinging. And I take that as, it's time to stop talking and start walking. It's time to shut the fuck up and put up and do something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I said that a long time ago with Wolf. Like, ain't no point sitting in front of the camera complaining and then you're not doing your part to help it change. And then to go out of your way when you see somebody trying to fucking change, you know what I'm saying, go out of your way to make a video or tear it down, and everything you saying is out of jealousy, out of haterism. You know what I'm saying? Like, none of that shit was valid. And anybody who agree with him, it's because that video sparked the same jealousy in them too. It's provoking this emotion in you, but that's your own problem. You know what I'm saying? That's your own jealousy. And then for you to go and make a video and sit there and try to break it down, man, that's where you wrong. And then 2 weeks later, you make a video still complaining about shit. And I noticed that, I feel like a lot of y'all who sit up in front of these cameras, the same guy who's talking about the difference between the sneaker culture and sneaker community, he fucking jumped on that video saying, it's a good video, I like the message, but I don't agree with everything you said. Which is fine, you know what I'm saying? If you don't agree, that's fine. Let's fucking debate about that, you know what I'm saying? And after we done debating, let's fucking start figuring some shit out. Let's start putting some shit into motion. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm wrong, fuck it, tell me where I'm wrong at, let's adjust it and move on and move forward. But it's like, oh, that video is nice edit on that, you know what I'm saying? I agree with the message, and blah, that's it. And you go back on to doing the same shit. That's why, if there's never change, that's why it will never be changed. All everybody really ever want to do is talk. You know what I'm saying? Talk about it. But when it comes to doing something, y'all fall back so fucking quick. And y'all start going on talking about the next thing. They ain't got shit to do with nothing. Who gives a fuck about the difference between the sneaker game and the sneaker culture, the sneaker community? Stand up and do better. Treat each other with respect. Make yourself better so the community can be better. So the culture can be better. So the fucking game can be better. However way you want to call it, whatever it is you want to call it, whatever it is you want to view it as, so it can be better.